This is McHenry County, with a population of 308,760 people. Within the last 10 years, there have been numerous cases of teachers sexually harassing students, 3 of which took place at East and West. Since this topic is not largely talked about, I had quite a few questions. One of these questions being, what is the legal definition of sexual assault? To find this out, I asked Officer Rubiaco.
Sexual assault is any type of penetration.
Okay, so then what would it be if it's just like someone gets groped or someone gets...
It depends on the situation. There's battery.
Okay.
So if somebody puts their hands on you, touches your behind or something like that, that would be a battery.
Okay.
Okay? If somebody fondles like your breast or the outside of your pants in your private area, that would be considered sexual abuse.
Okay.
And then sexual assault would be the penetration.
Secondly, I wanted to know if there were any personality traits linked with this. To find this out, I talked to a school psychologist.
So typically, I wouldn't say that we could limit it just to teachers for warning signs, because I think anybody who's willing to commit some type of non-consensual act, especially in a sexual manner, there's a host of reasons why they could be doing it. A teacher, unfortunately, is in a unique situation of power and authority. So that'd be same as like a prison guard, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's lots of different places, or an employer and employee, that imbalance of power. So you're looking at somebody who is in an imbalance of power, who is looking to gain control, because usually assault isn't necessarily about sex, it's about control.
Okay.
You're also looking at somebody who could be very insecure, right? So
Right.
a lot of times this need for control or assault can be rooted in a lot of insecurities. So as far as warning signs go, I would say that you'd probably be typically looking at a lot of like standard personality things that come up. Difficulty having empathy for other people, right? If you're willing to assault somebody, you really don't care about how they feel, or you can't put yourself in those shoes. I would say also like an inflated sense of self. Do you know what I mean? Like an entitlement to assault somebody. And then also a lack of remorse in general. So almost like those antisocial personality things would probably be a lot of your red flags.
Okay. Okay, so do you know of any, like, I guess,
Majority of it was males to females, and while that is true that it's males to females, it's still about 30% are females to males. So I was surprised about that, because that went against my my stereotype.
Do you ever find that a lot of times, like if a student goes to the school about this, a lot of times the teacher is believed over the student?
Yes, nearly all the time. So it may be changing a little now, but traditionally, if the student usually the student doesn't go, by the way. But when the student does make an allegation, the adult is more likely to be believed than the student, especially since adults often choose students who are vulnerable, who might not be believed. That's part of the selection process. I don't think it's 100%, but I think it's close. So one way to prevent it is to do education. If kids understand what it looks like when an adult is a predator in school, if other teachers understand, then they're on the lookout. They're bystanders. They can see what's going on. Because in almost all of these cases that I've studied, the teachers say things like, well, I saw that, he was always alone with the student, or I saw that she was taking these boys home in her car. But they don't put two and two together and think that this is a problem. Or they do think it could be a problem, but they don't feel comfortable telling anybody about it or reporting it. So the more we can educate and indicate that people have to report, and in fact, if you don't report, you could be prosecuted.